Hi Pisces, welcome to your January 2022 Love and General reading. Okay, I'm Gemstone Tarot and you are Pisces, and I am Pisces actually. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watchers, all Pisceans are welcome, or people cross-watching for Pisces, or maybe you've just happened upon this and you don't really know why. Stick around, there will be a message for you. We're looking at love, we're looking at destiny, we're looking at whatever comes up for you. Whoa, lovely Pisces. I'm getting the Emperor and the Knight of Wands in the shuffle. Okay, what do we need to know? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we need to know? Wowzers. Pisces, if this resonates as well, they'll be extended as normal, and that link will be below in the description box. Ooh, in that we take the cards, wow, that's a nice card, that come up in this reading, and we go further. We channel and we dig around, and if it's a love thing, we ask how they feel about you and what's going on behind the scenes, and we have a good old root. Okay. Pisces, what I'll do is I'll show you a couple of energy cards and then we'll look at the spread with my second camera that can show you the actual cards on the table as well. Very interesting times for you Pisces, to say the least. Okay, I'm just sticking them together. Look who came back up again. He was in the shuffle and I knew that I had to mention him because I don't know why. It's just that feeling that you get. If you're a tarot reader yourself, you'll know it's like, this is important, this needs a mention, I need to say something. The Emperor's really important. Some of you are dealing with divine masculine energy, and for some of you that energy is not in a particularly straightforward form. Okay, now I would argue, I'm a Pisces with Pisces rising, so I would argue nothing that happens to a Pisces is particularly straightforward. Pisceans are multi-directional creatures. I think that is the very nature of Pisces, is being eclectic. It's like a fish. When you look at a fish and they turn, you can't say which one colour they are. They're always different colours and it's always changing according to the light, according to their movement, according to oxygen. Because you are one, so you know what it's like. But it feels like divine masculine energy is challenging you in January. So for some of you, this is a relationship you're involved in. And what's the best way of putting it? It's going to, if you've ever seen the film Spinal Tap, it's going to go up to 11. Okay? Something's going up to 11. It's going to intensify. There's something very intense going on. And again, that isn't abnormal for a Pisces. You can have downtime as a Pisces, but usually that downtime is only so long before something or someone stirs something up. Now, there are two things going on, and this is another thing. We've got Mercury going retrograde about the 14th-ish of January. It's about mid-month, okay? It's almost like you've got two sides to this. And as a Piscean, you are a double sign. Two fish swimming in opposite directions. So constantly you have one thing coming in with the opposite coming in at the same time, or you hold one belief and you hold the opposite belief at the same time. It's why hardly anybody who isn't a Pisces understands a Pisces, because they think that you're constantly on the fence. But there is no fence. That's the secret of being a Pisces, isn't it? You're not on the fence because you're not on anywhere. You're just swimming about. You can hold multiple different beliefs at the same time. But what this means often in your life, and this is what I'm registering here, Pisces, is that in terms, particularly I think in your love life, the old and the new are both together. Now, this can mean that it's a relationship that's both off and on, you know, like Schrodinger's cat. It's kind of dead and alive all at the same time. Like Schrodinger's fish, dead and alive all at the same time. Or for some of you, this is a past life kind of connection with somebody, and that's come up in a few of the readings this month, so you're not the only one. And of course, when we have Mercury retrograde, for me, I feel that this kind of thing, it's like a portal to this kind of timing, which I don't think for Pisces is unusual, because Pisces is not particularly on a linear timeline. It may be unusual for other signs, but not for Pisces. But even for us Pisces, I feel like this is quite a lot to handle in one go. Okay, let's have a look at the cards. Okay, let's push this up a bit. I feel I need to acknowledge as well, Pisces, I've got allergies at the moment, so my voice might be a bit gravelly. But I've got some lemon tea over there, which I may be taking sips of. Okay. So, there's your Emperor card, still on the pack. He was at the bottom of the pack. And of course, he came up in the shuffle. He's making himself prominent. Okay? He's making us aware of his presence. For some of you, this is divine masculine energy that you're dealing with, who is going to make you aware of their presence. And for some of you, that person may have been absent for a while. For some of you as well, and this is very frequent for Pisces rising, but I think for any kind of Pisces actually, particularly sun and rising, this is influence of the father as well. Okay, so whether your father was present or absent is a feature this month, and that may be coming to you through a different relationship. Sometimes these kinds of dynamics play out in the people who come into our lives and the way that things go with those people and the challenges that we have with those people. Overall energy card over here, if you see next to that Emperor card, is Judgment. Now Judgment, most Judgment cards, and this is the Rider-Waite cards, have 3 figures on them here. It also has the angel kind of calling people to the day of reckoning. It's a resurrection. You can see them crawling out of the graves, and there's a past, a present and a future. That's why there's 3. So there is a sense of a recall, and there is Mercury retrograde, recall, retrograde. We are going to be called upon in January to, I would say, heal issues to do with fatherhood, fathers, masculinity, divine masculine and authority in our lives. Who has the authority? And consequently, I suppose, who has the power? Now, power is not something, again, that Pisceans are particularly, I don't know if I want to say good at, but interested in, I think. You don't find many Pisceans, if you look at, say, Steve Jobs, he had a lot of power because he created the iPhone. I mean, how much more power do you want? But ostensibly, he didn't seem to be outwardly looking for it. Einstein is another one. It just doesn't. I've never met personally, and let me know, if you know different, and there will be a few exceptions, obviously, but I never met a Pisces who per se wanted power or even felt that comfortable with it. It's too singular. Now, this is about, what is the word for this? I don't want to use the word control because it doesn't feel like it's about control. I can't put a word to it. We're going to just feel it out with the cards, okay? Authority is the word. There you go. I put a word to it. It's about whether you have the authority over your future in a relationship with a particular person that I think it's felt like you haven't particularly been yourself or been allowed to be yourself or had the courage to be yourself. And I'm just looking, there's one of those beautiful, I live in quite a quiet place and we probably get about 5 aeroplanes a week. So there's one of those beautiful planes where you get all the trails going across the sunny sky. And to me, that's freedom. And I'm looking here at freedom for you to be yourself, okay? And often, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we're often a lot more ourselves when we feel we don't have as much to lose. And that's a really important distinction for us, Pisces, okay? Something happened. We got the 5 of Cups up here. Something happened which caused some sorrow, some regret, some difficulty. And again, this might go back to an original relationship, a parental relationship. But I feel like it's past, present and future mushed into one. So also there may have been a breakup, there may have been a row, a difficulty, a confusion, a hiatus, a separation, whatever it is. A difficulty, a situation, you will know what it is for you. And it feels like there needed to be, and there still needs to be as we go into January and we hit Mercury Retrograde, a feeling of radical change. You see here we got the Death card. Scorpio energy. And when you get the Death card, especially, and it's called for me Destiny cards. Death card is a Destiny card. Judgment is a Destiny card. Past, present and future, but everything must change. So it changes the way you see the past with the Emperor. It changes how you feel in the present in this particular relationship. And it changes the course of the future of that particular relationship. And that's a lot to take on in one go. And it's a past, present and future energy that kind of molds into one for you in a way that only a Piscean can probably understand. Okay? Another Destiny card that we have is the Moon card. Now, when you get the Moon card, Pisces, know that this in tarot, each astrological sign is assigned its own major arcana card. And different readers, have different cards, but traditionally, Pisces is the Moon card. It also rules Cancer as well, but necessarily Pisces is the Moon card, okay? When you get that card in your reading and it's your astrological card, it's a really good sign that you can cope with everything that's coming your way, that you're going to be very Piscean about it. And I think the thing that people mistake Pisceans for, or don't realise, I think is kinda, about Pisceans, is the level of strength that Pisceans have, and fortitude, and which means the same thing, and tenacity. And I think I mention this to you nearly every month, but I'm going to mention it again. I used to watch this astrologer. I'm trying to remember his name now. It will come to me. Oh, he's passed on sadly as well. No, he still has Jonathan Caner. So he still has a website that I think his nephew runs. But anyway, I watched his video on Pisces years ago. And I just remember him saying, it seems to everyone else that Pisces is leaping over one cliff to another, from one disaster to another. And everyone else's heart is in their mouth. But the Piscean kind of relies on this invisible parachute safety net, whichever way you want to look at it, that always seems to kind of happen for Pisceans. And I feel like that good juju is going to happen for you in January, as it constantly does. Yes, some of this is uncomfortable. Yes, there's been difficulty with the 5 of Cups. Some of you as well are involved with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got that Page of Swords at the top here. It feels like there was an old order with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, which says, I'm going to keep everything the same. And Pisceans do quite like that, but also love change at the same time. There's the two conflicts. But everything started to change, and it remains changeable, okay? Jupiter in Capricorn, the Two of Pentacles. This may change the way you live, the way you earn money, which for Pisceans often changes quite often. Pisceans make very good entrepreneurs, but they also usually have two different incomes, two different jobs, or two different ideas going on at the same time. Everything is changing for you, Pisces. This relationship dynamic included, but it bleeds into your money, your career, and the way you want to be in the universe, okay, which I quite like. If you're involved with an air sign, I think they like the change too, but I don't think they're quite as ready for it as you are. It feels like some of you have been involved with somebody, and a few of you, it's fire signs as well, have been involved with somebody who may have been quite set in their ways in some way. Even if they seemed like the relaxed and free one and you seem like the one who's more anxious, you're more eclectic and broad-minded than this person is, okay? For some of you, it's a Cancerian because we've got the Chariot here as well, which is actually very, very good match for you, but you do find that Cancerians can be more conservative than Pisceans, okay? Not much actually, because they're still a lovely water sign like you are, and I love Cancerians, has to be said, but they are a bit more sensible than Pisceans are, okay? Chariot also has two sphinxes going in different directions. Changes are coming. It's linked to the past, but also it sends you in two different directions. For some of you, you may not know whether to stay or go in a particular relationship. You may not know how you feel about it just yet, okay? We've got the Seven of Pentacles here, where someone is just contemplating how much they've invested, how far they've come, how far they want to take it now. I think this is across the board. I think it's in your relationship. I think it's in your money. I think it's in career, destiny, the whole bit, where you live, everything, your security, okay? Now, of course, we have these two very delicious cards here, and I love it when two aces come up together. So let's give them a bit of showtime. Here we go. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the Ace of Wands. Utterly glorious. Ace of Cups is love. It's overflowing of love. It's unconditional love, beautiful love. It's a renewal of a relationship and something that can last. And when you get it with the Ace of Wands, it has power, sensuality. It has Kundalini energy. It has stuff that Pisceans need, a bit of rocket fuel to get that fish moving, okay? This feels very fortuitous. For some of you, though, it's somebody new. And that may be while you're still in an existing situation with somebody else. Or it can be literally if you're single, obviously this can be somebody new. Water sign or fire sign I'm getting, okay? So I'm getting Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, okay? For others of you, you're in this charioteer. You don't know whether to stay or go. There is a boost to a relationship that is on offer. And for some of you, it may be someone who you've been in separation from and they're coming back because you've got Mercury Retrograde. And believe me, that cliche is true. Okay, it happens. You know it does. Mercury goes retrograde and the exes come flooding back. It's just, especially for Pisces, that's true. Okay. You have a big decision to make with this. Now, the Seven of Cups is just a warning card always to Pisces. Don't drift into fantasy land. Okay, it's really important that you stay as real as a Pisces can be without being too real that you kind of, that you kind of kill off any kind of magical Pisces vibe about it. Okay, you don't need to be doing that. Let's have some romance angel oracle cards. Okay, in the extended reading, I'm going to take a further look at the relationship, how they feel about you, what's going on behind the scenes, and I think about what's going on in terms of staying going, the quality of the relationship, and yeah, your best course of action moving forward. There's such a lot of, well, I'll talk about that in a sec, yeah. Such a lot of chemistry. That already came up. Oh gosh, let me just biddly bop back to that one so I can show you the card. Okay, chemistry. Yes, there's plenty of it. Okay, that isn't really a problem. There's plenty of chemistry. You've got the Ace of Wands. Don't let the chemistry throw you into any kind of fantasy land. Stay optimistic about your love life. This is a very magical energy for you. You've got the two aces. These are very strong destiny cards, Pisces, okay? Very strong for Pisces. Very fortuitous. It's a good outcome, but there's just some bravery required in the in-between. And make the effort, okay? Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, Pisces, okay? I'm going to go and do your extended reading. The link's in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.